It's all by America's sweethearts, Shinobu, the saviors of jangly noodly punk rock.
Shinobu is an American Midwest emo band from San Jose, California. Its members include Bob Vielma on bass guitar, John Fu on drums, Matt Keegan on guitar and trombone, and Mike Huguenot on vocals and guitar.
Generally, the songs are either about a book Mike's recently read or just about being alive. Let's face it, being alive is really fucking weird.
Shinobu is also part of the Phat and Phunky family. They are well known throughout the area for their cuddle shows.
This band equals the real fucking deal.
I started doing music, releasing stuff maybe when I was 17 or so. And over the years, different friends come and go, and you know, if they're around and they got a cool record, like, well, let's do it on Phat and Phunky. It's kind of just like a crew. We did Pterodon, we did Morgan from Pterodon's solo record, Dog Breath, the Albert Square, that's maybe one of the best. Yulia was a band, Tadaima was a band, Keenan Boys. I'm the first to have ever released their vinyl. Nar Boots, those guys host the In Defense of Ska podcast. Fuss kind of lost some momentum, especially because of the pandemic, but we had this set of songs ready to go, and so Jeff had recently bought a reel-to-reel 8-track machine, and we set up at the warehouse where I work. It ended up sounding really cool. It has a lot of natural life because of the natural reverb in the warehouse. It's not a label in the sense that we're doing press or that we're, you know, calling record stores and trying to get it in the store. We're not trying to get it playlisted. I'll get 2 mail orders a month or something, just enough to pay the hosting fee on my website, whatever. But it's just kind of like, you know, whatever little clout I have, I'm gonna put it behind you. My friend Aaron, who runs Lauren Records, definitely discovered Diners through me and put out a couple of the Diners records. For me, I imagine punk being like kind of bullshit free. There's no rules. We didn't play big shows, but we were gonna put on the best damn show for the 15 kids who came to see us in Albuquerque, New Mexico, or wherever we would be, you know? We did a show where we just, you know, threw cheeseburgers in the crowd. Like, just absolutely stupid stuff. And I feel like a lot of the bands who shared our mindset were just a few years younger than us. I feel like that scene is still thriving to this day. The bassist in Scowl, Bailey, is an old friend from San Jose who would go to our shows as a teenager. One of the guitarists in the hardcore band Spy is the homie Drew. There's a kid named Russ who now is going by the name Eichlers and kind of doing this like hyper ska. I really took to the internet as a young kid. Like, as soon as I had the chance, you know, I made a website. I really got into message boards for Japanese music, figured out where all the other fans were who had resources to find this or that, figured out all the underground places to download MP3s. I found a user who had all these Japanese punk bands, and I saw Going Steady, and I was like, that's an interesting name, let me download that, and I fell in love with it my senior year in high school. I got the opportunity to go to Japan when I was 20 years old, volunteering at Asian Man Records, and this guy Chin was Mike Park's friend. Just from touring in Japan, Mike knew him, and he was like, oh, I'll introduce you. Fast forward to 2006, they reached out and they were like, hey, we're coming to the US. Man, what a wild thing for this band, who in my mind is the biggest band in the world, to let me just, as a super fan, put out a record for them. And a handful of other people in punk over the years have just been so supportive of like enthusiasm, and I've definitely tried to kind of keep that in mind. I'm on the Ginnan Boys Discord. These are the people who are really about it, and I love that. I think it's kind of going back to like a more old school, like web forum based style of communication. And I texted Mike. I was like, Mike, you want to do a podcast about the Ginnan Boys? And he's like, yeah, we should ask Adam. So we kind of started recording episodes, and we were able to interview all the members. So we were able to make this love letter to the band as fans, but also reconnect with them as people, as friends. After so many years, in my experience, I was able to enjoy both the online side of networking and meeting people and building community, and also the real world version of it. There's people who are paid a lot of money to make other people a lot of money and sell you as a product. But also, if you just want to blast your music onto Bandcamp, or you want to share it on Discord with like 20 other freaks, like that could lead somewhere. As long as you're passionate about it, like it's as simple as do it yourself, just do it. I'm a big proponent of the DIY ethos. Me and my friends really found some kinship in these people who were like, we have something to say, we want to make something. You know, weird old people who watch Fox News all day and read Facebook memes become like scared, racist, just nut jobs. It's because they're giving into this massive view of the world that it's like you're missing the forest for the trees, and that like they don't see like the beauty of humanity in daily interactions. Life is magical, love is real, community is real, and the punk rock community has given me everything I've ever gotten in life. I feel lucky to be even just the slightest bit active in that world as a 40-year-old man.